What's up, guys? It's your boy EW, aka Corrupt. I'm back here with another video today, making my Dennis Rodman build. Now, just got off my Jordan build, or just got off making it. I made a what's it called? Scottie Pippen build not too long ago, and I don't know if there is a Dennis Rodman build in here. I doubt very seriously because it is pretty easy to make a Dennis Rodman build. Being honest with you, they're saying LeBron's height is now 6'7". Yeah, he used to be like 6'8", 6'9". Now he's 6'7". You love to see it. Just everybody's getting everybody's height wrong. And Draymond used to be 6'6". KD used to be 6'8" back in the day. I don't even know who Tom Jam. Well, I knew who he is, but I just don't pay attention to his height. Pascal Siakam at 6'7". Okay, yeah, something's wrong. I guess though. Anyways, point is, I'm making my Dennis Rodman build here. I made it a power forward. But I want to go down to shoot small forward just to see if there's anything that changes attribute wise. I think that I might be able to get some attributes uh, better because it's a small forward and not a power forward. Now, if you want it to be like, okay, well, I want it to be a power forward because I want to catch more rebounds, you could definitely do that. I just want to see if there is a difference between the two because it could definitely play the three on this build for sure. All right. So starters, we're going to go to an 80 on the driving layup. Yes, I know Dennis Rodman was not making layups like this. Dennis Rodman, like, averaged through his whole career, like, 9 points a game. But that would be very um, lackluster, I guess, if I was to make a build that couldn't score. So this build is going to be able to score for sure, and you're going to see that with the 81 standing dunk and the 75 driving dunk. The paint should not be that clogged up from this build. I can tell you that for sure. We're going to give it an 80 post control just because I want it to get post fade phenom on silver, gold, I forgot which one it is. For the mid range, we're going to go to an 84. This build is not going to have a 3-point shot on it. Now, you can tweak this build and probably like get it to where it does have a 3-point shot on it, but it for the sake of this build, it does not. Actually, we're going to make this at a 79 post control so I can possibly mess around with some stuff there. Uh, Free throw, I made a 59 here. I'm going to try to change that this build, though. Like I said, I want to score a little bit, or I want to move a little bit, so we're going to give it a 70 ball handle. Now, looking back, I'm almost positively going to drop that if I can. Can I drop that? I cannot. That's why it's so high. So I want to give it a 75 speed with ball just because, again, I want to move fast. You know what I'm saying? Even with the ball in his hand. To be faster than other power forwards. So that's why I did that. Interior defense, it is a smaller build, so we do have to give it a high interior D. 85, I think, is good. 85 perimeter, I think, is good too. I think that matches. 79 steal, which is the same on my Jordan build. And the block goes all the way up to a 74 to get paint patroller to also help out with those paint contests, which you've all been waiting for. The rebounds, defensive rebound to a 90, offensive rebound to an 85. Now remember, I'm making this build as if you have cap breakers. So again, this isn't the final draft of the build, but this is, for the most part, the build. All right. Agility up to an 80. Strength up to an 85. And I think my plan worked out here because I think we're going to have a little bit of attribute points left over. And we are. And honestly, we're going to put it on our free throw just because our free throw is already low. So this is the build. All right. It's about the same if you are to put it at power forward. I think the only difference is two free throw, like a 63 free throw instead of a 65. So it's about the same if you are to make it a power forward. So I thought it'd be a little different because I know power forwards, their strength is very high. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, point is, all right, this is the build. All right. So I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna make. I told you saw how I just made the build. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna show you or tell you how I would do the cap breakers on this build. Now on offense, I wouldn't change much. Okay, there's not much to change because again, he wasn't an offensively sound player. All right, he has a lot in the paint to deal with here. If you would want to put his driving layup up to an 85 to get layup mixmaster, would I recommend it? I mean, it's a Dennis Rodman build. He wasn't over here doing 360 jellies, but at the same time, it is 2K. I understand it. All right, your mid-range shot. Now, I specifically made this at 84. The reason for this, I can get other attributes, but I would put this all the way up to a 6 or 87, which I believe is maxed out for your mid range, which is +3. +3 to your mid range for sure. Your 3-point shot, you're not able to shoot threes. Okay, you could try. I don't know if you'll be able to hit one. 49 3-point shot, you are going to have some good badges, I'm not going to lie. But I doubt very seriously that you're going to be able to hit consistently. Unless you have like some badge elevators on, which, hey, if you want to do that, be my guest. 65 free throws so you can hit them. 76 pass act, because he is going to be catching a lot of rebounds. I do want that ball to zip down the court. Speed ball handle at a 70. I didn't want to make it a 70. I wanted to make it a 65, but you have to have 5 less ball handle at the max if you're going to have then your speed with ball, right? So I want my speed with ball to be a 75, specifically due to that lightning launch on silver, because this build still is fast, and the 85 interior defense, because like I said, that might seem very high, and it is. But you're 6'7", so your contests aren't going to be the craziest thing in the world unless you jump. So I made sure your interior is high enough to where you can get some good contests. 85 perimeter. Now, 85 perimeter, I was going to go ahead and put this up to an 86 so you can get on-ball menace on gold. And you could still do that, but I would much rather you not, or not much rather you not. I wouldn't suggest that you do. So your 3-point shot is a 49. Like I said, with your cap breakers, your 3-point shot could probably get up to like a 70 something. With that being said, so 5 plus 5 to your 3-point shot could get up to a 70 something, most likely. All right. I'm making this build as if you have 7 cap breakers, right? Because that's how many I'm going to have at the end of the season, right? 7. So I'm going to put 4 here, but yeah, I'm not and I am. The reason I'm going to make that make sense is because my build specialization is going here. So the 2 cap breakers I get from build specialization are going here, plus the other 5. So 2 are going here, plus another 2. So rebound chaser and box out beast are both going to be on legend. Okay, boom. So that's 4 cap breakers down. Then we got 3 more here, which would make this, which would be like all 7 for mine, for me. And I have a couple more that I'm probably going to get, like maybe not this season in particular, but in seasons to come, like, you know, I don't know, the next season or something, you know. And with that, I'm probably going to try to max out my speed at 89. And after that, I really don't know. Probably vert, because again, it is a Dennis Rodman build. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the only downside of this build, the only weakness is it says something about it shooting and something like that. Physical midi board enforcer. Yeah, and it says fast in the open court, can guard the best offensive player, 1 dribble rise, it's good, really gets on the defensive glass, but it's a liability from 3. Now, again, yes, it is, like, so was Dennis Rodman. I'm not mad about being a liability from 3, but that is something you are going to have to look out for and be like, okay, it's liability from 3. I got to make sure that I'm, you know, able to score in other ways. So this isn't going to be like your basic lockdown that could do anything on offense. It could get to that point because, like I said, your 3-point shot could possibly get up to like a 70 something. And I think once you get to like a 73 on your 3-point shot, you can hit pretty consistently if you have a high mid-range, which you are going to have shifty shooter on silver, set shot specialist on silver. Plus, if you get to level 23 in the season pass, you'll be able to get a badge elevator +2. Me personally, if I was to get the badge elevator +2 on this build, I would put it, what would I put it towards? I'd probably put it on my set shot specialist post fade phenom or something like that. But with that being said, I hope that y'all liked the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.